In a small village nestled with rolling hills and Igala land, there lived two friends, Amina and Yemi. They had grown up together, their homes just a stone throw from each other. As children, they were inseparable, spending their days climbing mango trees, swimming in the cool river, and chasing fireflies under the starry night sky. They laughed, cried, and shared every moment of their lives as if they were sisters born of the same womb. Anna was known for her kindness, intelligence, and beauty. Her smile could light up the darkest of the days, and her heart was generous as the sun. She was the daughter of a respected farmer and a family well loved in the village. Yemi, on the other hand, was more reserved, but she was clever and resourceful. Her father was a blacksmith, and while her family was not as wealthy as Amina's, they were hardworking and proud. As they grew older, the differences between them began to show. Amina's natural charm drew people to her. She excelled in everything she did, whether it was weaving, cooking, or tending to the farm. The village elders often praised her, and suitors from far and wide came seeking her hand in marriage. Amina, however, remained humble, treating everyone with the same warmth and respect, never letting their attention get to her head. He watched all of this unfold with a growing sense of envy. She loved Amina, but she couldn't help but feel overshadowed by her friend's brilliance. Where Amina was praised, Yemi felt ignored. Where Amina succeeded effortlessly, Yemi struggled. The seeds of jealousy began to take root in her heart, and though she tried to suppress them, they grew stronger with each passing day. One day, a wealthy trader named Obina came to the village. He was tall, handsome, and wise, with a fortune that rivaled that of kings. When Obina laid eyes on Amina, he was captivated by her beauty and grace. He decided to make her his wife and approached her family with generous gifts. The village was abuzz with the news. Amina would soon marry one of the richest men in the land. Yemi's jealousy turned into bitterness. She had secretly admired Obina, and seeing him choosing Amina over her was the final straw. Her heart burned with envy, and a dark plan began to form in her mind. One evening, Yemi approached Amina with a forced smile. "My dear friend," she said sweetly, "I know a place deep in the forest where a sacred tree grows. It is said that the tree's bark can grant a woman eternal beauty and happiness. You should gather some for your wedding day." Amina, trusting Yemi completely, agreed without hesitation. The next morning, the two friends set into the forest, walking deeper and deeper until they reached a secluded path where the tree grew thick and the air was heavy with the scent of a damp earth. There, Yemi pointed to an old twisted tree with dark bark. "This is the sacred tree. Climb up and gather the bark from the highest branches. It will bring you blessings beyond measure." Amina, always eager to please her friend, began to climb the tree. But as she reached the highest branches, Yemi's face twisted with malice. With a quick shove, she pushed Amina from the tree, sending her plummeting to the ground below. Amina fell with a cry, landing hard on the forest floor. Pain shot through her body and she struggled to breathe. But as she lay there, something miraculously happened. The forest, which had been dark and foreboding, suddenly filled with light. From the shadow emerged an elderly woman with silver hair and eyes that gleamed like the stars. The old woman was no ordinary being. She was the guardian spirit of the forest. She knelt beside Amina and whispered words of comfort. "You have been wronged by someone you love, but your heart remains pure. For your kindness and humility, I will heal you and grant you a gift far greater than you could imagine." With a wave of her hand, the old woman healed Amina's wounds, and a warm, glowing energy filled her body. When Amina stood up, she felt different, stronger, wiser, and more connected to the world around her. The guardian spirit smiled and vanished into the mist, leaving Amina to find her way back to the village. Meanwhile, Yemi had returned to the village pretending to be distraught. She told everyone that Amina had tragically fallen and died in the forest. The villagers mourned and Obinna had broken. He called off the wedding. But just as they were about to bury an empty coffin, Amina appeared at the edge of the village, alive and radiant. The villagers gasped in awe, and Yemi's heart pounded with fear. Amina walking straight to Yemi, her eyes filled with a mix of sorrow and understanding. "Yemi, my friend, why did you do this?" Yemi fell to her knees, tears streaming down to her face. "I was jealous. Amina, you have everything. Beauty, love, happiness. I couldn't stand living in your shadow any longer." Amina sighed, her heart heavy with sadness. "Yemi, I have always considered you my sister. I never wanted to outshine you. There was enough light for both of us to share." The villagers, shocked by Yemi's confession, wanted to punish her, but Amina held up her hand. "No, let her live. Let her live with the burden of her own guilt. This is punishment enough." From that day on, Yemi lived in the village, but she was a shadow of her former self. The jealousy that had once consumed her now haunted her. She became a cautionary tale for all who would let envy darken their hearts. As for Amina, she went on to marry Obinna, and their union was blessed with prosperity and happiness. But she never forgot the lesson she had learned. True friendship cannot survive in the presence of envy, for it is a poison that destroys the strongest bonds. And so the story of Amina and Yemi was told through generations, a reminder of the dangers of jealousy and the enduring power of kindness and forgiveness. Thank you for sticking with me. Please kindly subscribe and support my channel. See you again next time. Bye.